me that my wife's like, that's hideous. Like, that's gonna be a problem, you know?
Yeah, so we're having wife acceptance factor with the MBL.
Just tell your wife I'm a football fan. That's fine.
All right, so my 2 cents, I think you're safer with the YGs because of they're not as drastic of what you're used to, but the YG 2.2 Sonyas would be a definite upgrade of what you have. So you're gonna definitely be, there's no chance you won't be happy with the 2.2 Sonyas because of what you have. That will be an improvement. This is a little riskier because long term maybe it's not what you want in terms of preference or you miss something. So I think the safer bet is the 2.2 YG Sonyas. If you really want something, if you're in the mood for something different and sexier, I think the MBLs fit that bill. So, you know.
I usually weigh the pros and cons and go with the cons.
Exactly. That's what the guy with the van that was selling speakers, we still have to audition those, but
Show them all the colors.
yeah, the black, this comes in black and
Yeah, I would probably
so
do black. I would probably do black.
Black and gold or black and silver.
I guess I'd have to see it. I would imagine a black and gold, I think.
It's just the trim.
I like black and silver, but because I think the silver will
Well,
match.
silver would probably go better with the rest of my gear.
Mhm.
I think the rest of my gear is silver.
Yeah, you've got silver
And
face
and
plates.
Those are just emblems, you know.
Mhm.
There's trimming like that. That's nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you all of a sudden don't like the silver, you're like, you know what? I wanna be wild. Let me go with the gold trim. You know, we could probably have them same.
Yeah.
But it's very subtle. It's it's not
in your
so
face,
much.
right? Yeah.
They have black, silver, and the white.
YG is gonna be black or silver. I mean,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
anodized.
that's the that's the anodized. Well, they don't.
They don't anodize.
Yeah, that's a brush finish right there.
And given that your center channel is a box speaker, if you're going to keep your center, these would probably mate better for home theater with what you've got. Now, I think if you did do these, you just get rid of the center because these would be basically, you wouldn't need that center fill. You've already got omnidirect. I think that would only hurt you having a box center. You could get rid of it, but if you want to keep it, I'd go with the YGs.
Well, I think we should go get a bite to eat and let's talk about it.
Okay.
There you go.
Do you have all the trading gear stuff?
Yeah,
You can run the
yeah,
number?
Yeah, that's not gonna, I mean, that factors in obviously in helping, but I mean, as far as the choice of the speaker,
Yeah,
that's
the
not
choices,
gonna
yeah.
factor in.
Yeah, it's a.
But yeah, the easier you can make this for me,
Yeah.
the happier I will be, and that'll be fantastic.
I mean, the YG would be something else you can always add on a base in the future if you like it so much, correct?
Yeah, and you can even go to the XV version. Of
Yeah.
it, right?
It does have upgradability too there.
It's a modular. It's a modular concept with the YG.
Which actually, I think, can't you do that with the MBL because it's just the inverse?
No,
They won't
that's
let you?
16,
That's
yeah, that's
Okay.
completely different.
67,000.
Then you buy another one of these and you just turn it upside
Yeah,
down.
there you go. You hook it to the roof.
And joke with Austria, this is West Germany, and that's Colorado.
Yeah, listen, I had that experience with the Aeons. I had a problem with my speaker. They made me send the amps and the speakers to Austria,
Oh my
and
God.
it was a very big deal, and it was very expensive, and it got held up in customs, and I went a full year
Oh,
without, with basically just a backup audio system. And it was a lesson learned. I kind of swore that I'd never really buy, overseas stuff if I could avoid it, or at least something that there's a local.
But the difference is we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Well, I know that. I'm just talking about there's only
So
so,
the
there's only so
speaker-
much that the
yeah.
dealer can do if there's
Yeah.
something internally wrong with the, with
So
it has to
you know,
go
the
somewhere.
only difference what the dealers do, we do, if your speakers goes out, we send you this pair and grab the other one while we pick.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can go to Academy Sporting Goods, get a rugby ball, and you just put it there. It's
I know
same
that
thing.
Nothing's gonna blow anything, basically.
Yeah, it'll be the same thing, Doug.
Well, what I struggle with is ever since I got into this hobby,
Mhm.
I've always been just impressed with MBL. I've
That
always
is-
been intrigued.
Yeah.
I've always been. I think that they're sexy. I think that they're awesome. I think that the technology is fascinating. I think for someone that is not an audio guy, they would walk up to that and say, "What the hell is
Yeah.
that?" And it's just a cool story. It's a cool technology. I mean, that's what I really like about it.
Yeah.
Is that it's just totally different.
My sister just bought a pair of MBL, and I showed her a picture of this, and she was like, "Oh, that's hideous." Right? Sound familiar?
Yeah.
She lives in Florida. The distributor for MBL lives in Florida, has a house in Florida and has these set up in his house. So I convinced her to at least go to his house, see them in person, and listen to them.
Right.
She bought a pair.
So there
She
you go.
loved how she's like, it doesn't look, in
Maybe it
pictures
was a
doesn't
bad
look
lighting
good.
picture I took and sent to
Well,
her.
this is also white. Did you tell her it's going to be black?
No, she bought them in white. She
No,
bought
No,
them-
but for his wife. I don't think his wife is going to like anything he sends in a text
in my
letter.
defense, I have a room now. I didn't have
Right.
that before. Before my speakers were in the living room,
Oh,
so
okay,
I
yeah.
had to pass the wife test
Yeah.
much more readily. Now I have my own
Home room.
space, so she doesn't really go up there anyway. So
You got to warn her. You're getting rid of your old speakers. You could get a new wife too.
Trust me, that would be a lot more expensive.
Speakers are cheaper, yeah.
Exactly.
Make sure your wife doesn't see the video.
Yeah, giving up
So-
the new wife would be the
No women have ever watched an audiophile channel in their life, so
yeah.
we're good.
The YG acoustics, they're designed by Porsche, so it has a big wife acceptance factor.
Yeah.
Like, cause it's all. It
Oh, well,
looks
it's
like a
slick,
dress,
it's cool.
slick.
It looks like a woman on a dress.
No, it's a sexy speaker,
Yeah.
there's no doubt. I mean, I'm just more intrigued with the physics and
But
science behind
I wouldn't be
this.
too concerned with, saying that it looks hideous, because in the picture it just doesn't. When you see it in person, it's much more impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
And it just looks way
And
better.
I think if it was black with the silver, I think that would be more subtle. Like, I think if that's not gonna be, I mean, we have a big piano in our middle of our room, I mean, that's not necessarily the prettiest thing in the world, it's,
It's a black
It's
with
black
the
with-
gold
yeah.
grass.
Yeah. All right.
All right, well, we're going to go to
Yeah, go
lunch,
grab lunch.
and then we'll come
Thank y'all
back.
so much.
Okay, we're supposed to buy speakers today, but instead, we're getting the speak. I'm coming home with some ASC tube traps to try. Got 2 of these coming. I got to squeeze in here. So, one purchase done. Looks like Doug is going to go with the MBLs. We'll have a wrap-up video soon, so stay tuned. So, what are we talking about? Room treatment now, right?
Yeah,
Talking about diffusers and options of diffusers and where to put them. And they should be in line with the listener, but
with the MBL. that's
trying to
what
look
we
at
do.
the with the NBL. And so we're just looking aesthetically at what would work.
Yeah, because there's no first reflection point with an MBL. It's the whole room is basically.
Yeah, it's basically.
I like the look of that. How you have it set up, but I think that I would do the black and silver to match the
The speakers.
speakers.
Back and shoulder.
Yeah,
think that would look
and then the
really good.
space age one looks good too.
So we'd end up with one extra diffuser basically, because it comes in a pack of 3.
Okay,
So
it won't go to waste.
You could put it in the corner, angled, towards the listening position or something like that.
But it looks weird.
Could you put it at a reflection point where you would otherwise put? I mean, would it
Yeah.
be any
But it looks
advantage
weird.
here?
So it looks like he's going with the black and silver.
Yeah, but this is perfect.
There's one on the ceiling, it's not gonna do much.
Yeah, one in the ceiling is weird.
Uh-huh.
I have a lot of customers putting 16 of these in the ceiling. So the whole thing is
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's
the
great.
whole thing covers
hallway.
up. Yeah, it's cool.
Entire hallway.
It's cool.
Well, maybe if I get it, what I can do is just have you hold on to that last one if you ever have a customer that needs one more.
Oh yeah, I can use that
And you
extra
can
one.
say-
Oh,
There you go.
we'll use it here.
Make it a deal of a lifetime.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Starbucks gift card.
You can have 2 of them. I'll take one of them for real. Yeah, really.
All right, y'all all set?
I think so. So,